up, everybody? It's a cold November day, kind of dreary, rainy, overcast. Kind of hanging out in the man cave, and there was a video I tried shooting a couple nights ago. Had a little bit too much rum, so kind of redoing that video right now. I think I posted it, maybe left it up for 30 minutes, realized I didn't make a lot of sense, and just thought, let's redo it. So basically, it's this one's going to be called favorite thrash metal albums when the thrash era died, pretty much. I was still listening to thrash metal when the grunge scene kind of took over, and then new metal scene kind of after that. And some of these bands kind of, we all know these albums, but they kind of just buried in the mix, I should say. And but these are fucking fantastic albums. Not every one of them's thrashed, or some of it's just basically heavy metal. But I thought I'd show my 10 favorites during that era. So one of them is this one. Violent Revolution by Kreator, released in 2001. When this album dropped, I was so fucking happy. I mean, I liked the stuff, it was hit and miss before that. I liked it, but it just wasn't the thrash era stuff. And so when they dropped this, they went back to that thrash metal sound. It's an absolute banger all the way through. Just another one that still to this day I listen to quite a bit. I'll probably have this playing in the background and a couple other videos. That's how much I love this fucking album. Something about that era with this band and the rest of these CDs that just hit home with me. Because I didn't want to hear that other shit. Another one I've shown a couple of times, maybe Forbidden's Distortion album, 97 I believe, or 94 or 97, I can't remember when this one was released. I've showed this in another video before, and out of all the Forbidden stuff, I love the first two albums. But Green and this one were also fantastic albums. Something about this record just had more heavy metal sound. Has thrashy elements, of course. Bay Area, but thrash metal. But I don't know. When I first heard this album, this is the actual CD I bought too. I remember I didn't leave my CD deck for quite a while. I thought this was just this vein right here, this Kreator. Something about this style of thrash metal that just gets overlooked. Everybody wants to show the classics, which I do as well. And bands like this, their later stuff, Kreator, perfect on days like this. So Forbidden's Distortion, fantastic one. Next one up, another 97. I guess this is thrash, heavy metal. I mean, it has thrashy elements in my opinion, but Judas Priest, Jugulator. When Ripper Owens did his vocals on this, Burning Hell, Cathedral Spires, Jugulator, the title track. There's many good tracks on this one. And it's another one that kind of has this aura, so to speak, if that makes sense. This aura of classic mid-90s, early 2000s thrash metal, heavy metal, whatever you want to call this one. But it fits in this vein that I'm talking about. Just fantastic one. Another one that when it came out, you know, I was pissed off Rob Howard was not in the band. They've released Painkiller before this. This is nothing compared to Painkiller, but it's still a fantastic record. And a good one. Hopefully my point's coming across with these. Another one, I think this one was released in 2000 as well. Destruction. All Hell Breaks Loose. These German Teutonic Thrash, Teutonic Knights. My goodness, this one's a good one. This one's a damn good one. They redo Total Devastation on this. Or Devastator is what it's called on here, looks like. But on Nuclear Blast America, I listened to this one quite a bit as well. Still listen to this one quite a bit. I have it played in the back of my videos as well. This one is a nice little fold out. Comes off the Cold Destruction poster. Never did get the vinyl on this. I think I've seen, there's only one person I've seen other than me that's shown this album right here, and that's Jorgen Ullman. And he shows his whole Destruction collection, and it's a fantastic video. But this one's another fantastic later era classic thrash metal band. Just fantastic album. I gotta play this song. This is my favorite track on this album. Love how that guitar tone sounds so wet. Moist. Fucking fantastic. Moving on. Another one. 1997, I believe. Bruce Dickinson, Accident of Birth. And when this thing first came out, it's another one of those I thought was the best of his solo project, to be honest with you. This did come with a slipcase, but I always box my slipcases up so they don't get damaged. But anyway, another one, I know it's not really thrash, but it has thrashy elements in it. It's really a heavy album. And I don't know, this one, I like Freak. There's a lot of ones. The title track, of course. Definitely check this one out. It's got that freaking, the sound. If anybody knows what I'm talking about, this sound of that was coming out back then. They were trying to stay away from that new metal sound, and keeping the guitar solos and all that shit in it, but still has that aura about it. So it's another classic fucking CD I listened to back in the day, which the other day I did see this on vinyl, so I guess they recently reissued it, and I've thought about picking it up. But Bruce Dickinson, Accident of Birth, fucking killer one. Listen to this guitar solo. Next one up, I think this was released a little bit later, 2012. So Tankard's, what is it, a girl called Cerveza, Teutonic Thrash. I mean, I'm a big Tankard fan. I got several of their albums. But this album still has this kind of sound, even though it was released 10 years later. And another one that I love this fucking album. Rapid Fire, A Tyrant's Elegy, A Girl Named Cerveza, Witch Hunt, Masters of Farces. I don't know, there's something about this album. I think I seen Darcy, 9 Lives, Darcy, 6 Strings, something in that order. He just showed this album and it made me pull it out the other day. And Jorgen, of course, showed it as well in his Tankard collection. But one of these days I'll show my Tankard collection. I mean, this album just puts it, this is beer drinking music right here. Severe German beer, thrash, party music. Tankard. A girl called Cerveza. Fantastic one. Another one I listened to a lot since Testament Low. When this one came out, I was so stoked because they had death metal vocals. About that time, I was head first into the death metal scene. So when a thrash band kind of changes up their style, it's got a lot of groove laden in it, but it still fits this era of thrash metal. But man, Low, Legions in Hiding, Hail Mary, Trail of Tears, Shades of War, Dogface Gods, All I Can Bleed. This one's a killer fucking album. That needs, I swear nobody shows this album, ever. And it's a really killer fucking album. Of course, it fits all this fucking killer shit. Of course, I think I have every CD in vinyl record by this band. One of my favorite thrash bands of all time. But this is a killer one. Fucking killer album. 1994, I believe this was released. I remember when it came out. Another one that came out about that time was Divine Intervention by, of course, Slayer. Another one that just fits this realm, this era, this aura. Has that aura about it, I guess. Nostalgia. Don't know what other words to describe this. But this is another one that when it first came out, of course, Seasons of This came out before this one, we all know that. But when this album dropped, I listened to it over and over again. Killing Fields, my favorite track. Ditto Head 213. I fucking love that. I love that song. So, which is nice to show this one, of course. Most have played in both of these bands. And I did this record. I think he did this one first, maybe came and did this one. I can't remember. Something like that. I could be wrong, totally wrong on that. Might not even be the same fucking drummer. But I know he came from Forbidden and then did this album, which is just a banger. Fits all the shit. Another one, of course, Chuck Schuldiner, Control Denied, The Fragile Art of Existence, which fits perfectly with the Sound of Perseverance by Death. Still has that kind of sound. I believe this one was released in '99, a year after. I think he had to do one death metal record first, and then he did this one with the other vocalist. And I can, for the life of me, remember his name, but fits that whole genre I'm showing. This one right here, Consumed, I love it. Just so many. What If is my favorite, but I like the demo version, because this all has the demo versions of it, and fucking fantastic. I love the demo version of these tracks better, which was cool that they included it with this CD. And same with Sound of Perseverance. That CD also has demo versions of those tracks. And put those together, it makes one fantastic, raw, killer fucking album. But yeah, this one fits all this shit. Good fucking album. Definitely look this one up. If you don't know it, goddamn it. Most of you guys should know these. And then the last good one, but not least, 1994 again. When this one dropped, I didn't care for it at first. It didn't sound like Arise. It didn't sound like Beneath the Remains. Schizophrenia, Morbid Visions. This one took a little bit of time to grow on me, but when it did, I love this album. Chaos AD by Sepultura. The Roadrunner version. I think the remastered is Roadrunner. I can't remember. But this is that CD I bought back then, and you know, I think it was maybe a year or two later before I actually liked this album. And then when it hit, and it just mixes well with all this thrash metal. I know a lot of people think this is a death metal band, but this is, in my opinion, a thrash metal band. And this has more of a modern thrash sound, I guess, a little bit of new wave. But Biotech is Godzilla. It's my favorite track on this. Clenched Fist. Territory, of course. Whenever I saw this band play live, they did Territory live. They brought out a whole group of people playing different percussive instruments, and they played the intro to this, and then of course Jorgen started that famous drum beat in the beginning of this and went into it, and fucking blows me away. Propaganda, Love, Nomad, We Are Not As Others, The Hunt. I think that's a cover song. Refuse, Resist. I don't know. Just a bunch of good stuff. Hopefully, you know, you guys like this video showing this style thrash that I don't see a lot of people ever show. And I know some of these are not really technically thrash, but that's what I'm gonna call it. So there's my video when thrash died. Y'all have a good one. I'm gonna show more of my death metal collection. I just want to take a break and maybe show some of this shit, because I tried making this video and I fucked it all up. And here's the part, the redo, I guess. I'm gonna hang out here and just jam out. Y'all have a good one. Later.